Hey y'all, what's cracking? Happy long weekend. Just quickly gonna share with you a realization that I had after that boot camp that I mentioned to you guys I went to yesterday. Which is, when I went to that boot camp, I don't do a lot of the high intensity kind of workouts. I do train a lot of, probably 6 days a week, with lifting weights. But when it comes to the high intensity stuff and just the boot camp style workout in general, it's not really something I'm used to. And I really feel like I do train very hard at the gym, but I had a realization yesterday joining that crazy ass class that I was in, is just how much higher the bar could have been raised than I have been raising it. And it was a really cool realization to have, going to that class. But it just made me realize, in not just the world of exercise, how important it is to put ourselves in situations and places that are really going to push us to raise the bar and step into the next level and grow into the next better version of ourselves. Because even when we want to, push harder and try harder to grow, it's very difficult to do on our own because we have so much red tape and so many barriers in our mind with what we believe we can truly accomplish. And it was just incredible to see how quickly all of those things shattered when I decided to jump into this class. And just a prime example of that was the warm-up we did, which was, I think, like walking lunges, which I do every leg day twice a week. Thinking that I was kind of hitting my max, I pretty much quadrupled that. And part of it was being in a place where I was surrounded by other people who were doing the same thing, and also just that's the main thing, I guess, is just putting myself with that caliber of people. So if you're someone who's looking for ways to grow and you're always looking to raise the bar, the best way to do this is to put yourself in these environments where you're putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation and really making yourself grow. Because even, like I said, even if we really want to do it mentally, we just have too much going on in the way for, we really tend to limit ourselves. And I'm someone who really believes that I can do anything that I want to do, and I believe that anyone really can. And even still, you're going to have these barriers kind of in the way once in a while. So always looking for that place where you can really get uncomfortable and surround yourself with the people and the places that are really going to push you to become that next person. So it was, a really cool experience. And it's something I had a coaching call with someone yesterday, and there was specifics to it, but one of the general ideas of what we were talking about was him kind of stepping out of his comfort zone and really growing to be putting himself in uncomfortable situations to build confidence in this kind of stuff. And a big part of the conversation that we ended up having was, came down to having the feeling essentially for what he was trying to accomplish, but trying to get rid of the feeling, or not liking the feeling that you get when he puts himself in these positions. And the conversation was as simple as, not wanting to get rid of that feeling. I mean, when you put yourself in discomfort, it's a feeling that takes time and experience of being in those situations to really get over. So that can be a very difficult thing to do. But the fact of the matter was, this feeling that he kind of was wanting to get over, or, wasn't really enjoying, was the exact feeling that he was actually really looking for in the outcome or the goal that he had. So it was more, it really came down just a conversation of saying, maybe this thing that isn't as desirable, this is really exactly what you're looking for. So when these feelings do come up, if you're in a uncomfortable situation or you feel nervous for being in this situation or whatever it may be, is simply just looking at that feeling and taking that feeling and saying, actually, this is exactly the feeling that I want right now. And that can just be extremely powerful for you. And then that just goes, in all areas. So if you are really trying to grow, this is definitely the the way to do it, is just putting yourself in these situations and sometimes just changing the perspective on that. So anyways, it was a really cool realization, for someone who I'm always looking for ways to grow. I've been, raising the bar and pushing myself extremely hard when it comes to exercising, and then just to see how much higher we can really push ourselves when we surround ourselves when we find these incredible environments. So depending on what it is you're doing in particularly, how, whether it's business or exercise or personal growth or family or income or whatever, just look at the relatable options for what you're trying to accomplish and find out who is doing it to the next level and where you can put yourself in and get yourself extremely uncomfortable. And you're just going to shed the old version off you instantly, like I did. And it's just an incredible feeling and realization. So I hope that is helpful for y'all. If you have an opportunity to try and do that this weekend, man, that would be awesome. I'd love to hear about your experience if you do. And other than that, have an awesome, awesome weekend. I'll talk to you later. Peace.